What do you mean Miss Faye is still being held hostage? And who is this mastermind?
Politician Wimperson was nothing more than a puppet. His benefactor was the one pulling the strings. But I have no idea who they are.
So all we know is this person he was trying to give... So all we know is it's the person he was trying to give the orb to.
Right. He was just following orders. Whoever it is, it seems they really want to get their hands on the orb. I think it's definitely going to be Garan and Inga. Because who else would want the orb that badly other than someone that has the ability to summon her spirit?
Yeah.
Like, if they were able to figure out that's how it shows her true face and then you can summon her spirit, like, I think that's exactly what Garan wants.
So then, Miss Faye's abduction is the work of this so-called Benefactor too?
Right again. Whoever they are, they're in Karine. Along with Maya.
I wonder what they could be. I wonder who they could be.
Right. This Maya, the spirit medium you've been talking about. She wouldn't happen to be that bum-haired young lady you defended back in Karine. That's her. Why do you ask? I see. I think I know what's going on here. Good news for you, right? Maya's somewhere safe. That much I'm sure of. Did he rescue her?
Huh.
Did the Defiant Dragons rescue her? I'm afraid you've lost me. So that's who the little snot patron is. It's all starting to make sense. That fool had no idea I'm here in the States with you all.
Dirk, you mind filling us in?
Nope, never mind.
That Shiro's fireworks shop going overboard?
No caller ID. I wonder who's calling. It's definitely going to be that benefactor. Hello?
Mr. Phoenix, right? Yes. Let me start by thanking you. Thank you for taking such good care of my subordinate.
Who is this?
I believe you know me as Mr. Titian's benefactor.
Huh, sounds like they're using a voice changer or something to disguise himself.
Where's Maya? Is she safe?
I have my ears on today's proceedings. What a shock it was to hear that the key to solving the orb's riddle is a spirit medium. I admit, I did not see that coming.
Wait, did they plant a listening device in here somehow?
Nevertheless, don't think for a minute that it will guarantee my faith's safety. She is not the only medium within my reach, you see.
You harm a hair on Maya's head, and you'll have to answer to me. Phoenix will kill if someone hurts Maya. I'm pretty sure he would.
Right. Phoenix should just marry Maya at this point.
Right. Give it here a sec. Wait. Hey there. How's it going, stranger?
Who is this?
Why is your friendly neighborhood dragon? I just happen to be here in the U.S. on a little trip. Minister of Justice Inga Kuriko Kurine.
Oh.
Of course it's Inga. Inga?
What?
Maya's kidnapper.
Is Karine's Minister of Justice?
Shocker? Shocker?
We're not shocked.
Dirk, is that you dirty turncoat? Oh no, that wasn't his words. Dirk, is that you dirty turncoat?
No, that's exactly what he said.
What in the blazes is going on here? Oh, you know, just popped over to the States for a little R&R. But enough about me, Inga. That was a poor excuse for a bluff you pulled just now. We both know your threats are as empty as your head. You can't lay a hand on my Fae, and I do mean that literally.
What is he talking about?
You can get your chances of getting the orb goodbye. My Fae ain't my only, how should I say, insurance, you know, Dirk. What? I've got someone dear to you right in my palm of my hand, see? Now that one, well, you can imagine what kind of things I could do to her, right?
Said Maddie?
Yeah, probably somebody. Glad to see you glad you're seeing things my way. Meet me at our Mara's tomb tomorrow at 3 p.m. sharp. You better come alone, got it? If all goes well, the orb is all you'll need to get my Fae back. Yeah, you know, saying he's gonna be like, yeah, Dirk, you come alone, but I'm definitely gonna be bringing a bunch of my military men. They're gonna shoot you dead. 100%. That's what he's after here.
Dirk, what's going on?
You hurt him. I have to get back to Kurine at once.
What? Why?
No time to explain.
But are you even going to make it? What if there's no seats left on the next flight? Plus, you're a wanted man. They're not going to just let you on a plane.
Let me worry about that, Mr. Justice.
Ooh!
Chief Prosecutor Edgeworth?
Eddie!
What are you doing here?
Taking care of business. Taking care of a hostage situation.
Oh, now that you mention it. Girl did say she saw you around in Kurine Village.
I had him look into a few things while I was on my way back from Kurine. Including my situation, of course. I was astonished to hear that she was still in Kurine earlier. But it explained why I found no connection between her and Mr. Attition.
Sorry to interrupt, but going back to the plane situation.
I've taken the liberty of chartering one for us. It's ready to take off at any time. And I will do what's necessary to hide the fact that Dirk Samadi is on board.
Wow. Must be nice to be chief prosecutor.
Oh, he's like, I'll just do my best. But they still haven't answered, like, how did Dirk even get here from Kurine?
I have a feeling that...
What if Dirk has been here the whole time and that's why... Well, no, we did see Dirk in Kurine at the end of Chapter 3.
Yeah. I have a feeling that the whole flight thing was arranged by lovely Edgeworth here. Because Wright had to get back anyways.
Yeah, but Wright and Dirk hadn't met. I don't think they were on the same plane in. Because Dirk arrived first, and they were saying like Phoenix hadn't landed yet.
Yeah. It also depends on how far the situation is, too.
Right. We have no time to lose. We must head for Kurine at once. Right.
I'm going to. After all, you're bound to need my help. No fair. I want to go too.
This isn't a vacation, Trucy. Besides, I'll need you to hold down the fort.
But Daddy!
But nothing, Trucy.
Guess I should also bring what's necessary. Sorry, Trucy, but would you mind holding on to this stuff for me?
I'm gonna say evidence forced under Trucy.
Fine, but you better bring me back something besides just more evidence.
Excellent. Let us make a haste to Kurine.
And that's how our sudden trip to the Kingdom of Kurine began. I never imagined I'd return to the country of my youth under such circumstances, though. Temple, temple. That was a long flight. It's already 2:30 in the afternoon.
So we got half an hour until the meetup with Inga.
Talk about cutting it close. The Kingdom of Karine. This is no time to reminisce, but I gotta say, this place sure brings back memories.
Hurry up, Apollo.
Right behind you.
Mara's tomb is located in the courtyard of Garan Palace. We have just enough time to get there.
Then let's sprint there. Think you can keep up, Apollo?
Didn't Inga say to come
Sure.
alone, guys?
Yeah.
Are we already forgetting what Inga said? Like,
Sure, no sweat.
I'll contact the royal family at the local and the local police and inform them of our arrival. Thanks, Edgeworth.
I have a feeling that our goal for this case is to figure out the true name of our lovely deceased queen, and then we have two ways of.
Are you talking about the queen that got murdered?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they already stated her name. I just don't remember it.
No, they stated not the name of her, but the name of. Shoot! Hold on. Give me a second. The name of the vengeful person, right? The original one.
Yeah,
Lady Kira.
We got her name. We got the former queen's name. We did get her name. I just don't remember it. I'm pretty positive we got the queen that got murdered's name.
I know we got Kira's name. I don't think we got the queen's name. I don't remember getting it. All right.
Ooh.
I wasn't made for all the running, climbing, and near drowning. I've done this week.
It's 2:45. Only 15 minutes left. There's footprints in the soil over there. See that cylindrical building rising in the distance. That's Amara's tomb.
Somebody's already dead. Like,
Amara. Wasn't that the previous queen, the one who was assassinated? So Amara, there it is.
yeah, but that's not her true name.
What do you mean her true name?
You need a name and a face for the old queen, right?
Yes, but
Amara's just the title name.
these are two different people. I think you're thinking of a different person, sir. You got the former queen, the one that got assassinated, and then the one in the Founder's Orb is from ancient times. She's from a very long time ago. She is the founder of the Karinism.
But it depicts her face, right?
Yes, but that was a long time ago. This is not the same person.
I feel like figuring out the old identity, it matters more. Because that's what everyone's after anyways.
Well, the Garan already knows the name. The queen knows who's the founder's real name. But it's just, unless you solve the mystery of the Founder's Orb, you don't know the true face. Yes. And I'm the one they pinned it on.
It will take a few minutes to get the tomb from here. Get to the tomb from here.
So, you have returned, barbed head.
We know who that is. I've seen her before on the news. If I remember correctly, this is the Crown Princess, Rafa Padma Karine. What are you people doing here? This is the royal residence. Commoners are not allowed entry without permission.
A prosecutor from the States should have already called and requested permission for us to enter. As to why we're here, Your Benevolence, have you seen Minister Inga?
If you seek my father, I just saw him heading toward Amara's tomb.
Was he with anyone? You know, like some shady-looking underlings or something.
No, he was alone. Why do you ask? Looks like she has no idea about Miss Faye's abduction. You hear that? I think we have company.
Uh-oh.
Bow
Oh,
down before her
no.
glory!
Her Eminence Queen Garan, Grand Prince Priestess of Garan, approaches!
Huh? Garan. Ooh, there she is. Ah, it's...
Queen Garan. I believe I did
who's
her.
doing her?
We already had her before. I'm pretty sure I did her.
I don't... Yeah, I think you did do her. You sure you want one more voice for the...
I don't care.
Okay.
Surround Amara's tomb at once.
Yes, Your Eminence! Udihara Garan.
Why are they surrounding it now?
What's she doing? Is she gonna help us?
Excuse me, Your Eminence. So, our barbed-head lawyer returns. May we presume you are here for Maya Fey, the spirit medium who has been abducted? Yes, you may. What?
Nothing. Go
What?
ahead.
Say it.
I just thought of something.
Speak.
If that building is the tomb, what's the building to the right?
Isn't that just the main castle? Or something?
Seems weird.
Or are you talking the one in the front right or the back right?
The one in the back with the circular building is the tomb. So what is the right building with the gate?
Are you talking about in the far back, like to the right, Phoenix's head, or the one right in front of us to the right?
The one on Phoenix's right shoulder, if you're looking from his perspective, in the big purple cylindrical building, is the tomb.
Yes, I'm talking about what is the other building you're referring to?
The building the footprints are leading to.
Okay, that's the residence building. That's where we are. Because I didn't know, from where we're looking to the right, all the way back. That's what I thought you were referring to. Like that's what I was trying to get you to clarify. Is like the one far back or the one up close on the right side of Phoenix. That's what I was asking you for.
By the way, I think Inga's dead.
You think Inga's gonna be dead?
I think Inga's gonna be dead.
Oh boy, I don't think so. I don't think he will be. That just unless has Dirk left to go there yet? I don't know if they specifically mentioned Dirk left to go there.
They never mentioned Dirk's whereabouts at all yet. Whether he beat us there or not, I don't know.
Yes, you may. Allow us to apologize for the criminal actions of our husband.
Oh,
No need to
Alright.
apologize for him.
we're 1-1 today.
Honestly, Inga, abducting a guest in our country, how could you?
Father abducted someone?
Your Eminence, what about those soldiers over there? Oh, is the Is she gonna arrest her own husband for the kidnapping? Was she aware in the first place?
Honestly, I feel like the queen is the mastermind of everything.
Most likely. They are the Garan Royal Guard, soldiers who serve the crown and no other.
Royal Guard?
They are an elite force selected from only the most loyal and outstanding members of our subjects.
And why have you ordered them to surround the tomb?
The police will not come if it is my husband who is committing the crime. We shall have to storm the tomb and take Minister Inga into custody ourselves. Ooh. Interesting. So she is going to arrest him. But if Dirk is already there, oh boy, it's a toss-up of which of them could die. Like, both of them could die here, and the other one could be accused. But I don't
Yep.
see us defending Inga. That just doesn't seem right.
It make no sense. What? You mean?
Oh, he is still here.
Garan, no, his hostage is in there.
Dirk, how dare you set foot in the palace? Have you come to turn yourself in? Listen, we need to call a truce for now. Grand Royal Guards, seize this traitor of the crown.
As you wish, Your Eminence.
Resist and you die.
Wait a second.
Mata!
Slow down there, Garan. I'm here to conduct a hostage exchange. But if you take me in now, my Fae is as good as dead.
A hostage exchange? And why would he choose to do such a thing with you?
We can talk about that later. Right now, I need to get there before it's too late. If I can't resolve this in 20 minutes, you can storm the palace.
Ah, shit, he's putting himself
Oh
at the scene.
no.
Now then, if you'll excuse me.
Dirk, wait. Guards allowed Insurgent Dirk Samadhi to pass.
Barbed Head, you have some explaining to do.
Right. Well, while we're waiting here, Apollo, why don't you explain the situation? Feels still like, Apollo, you do it.
What? Me?
Of course he would call it that.
Leave nothing out, Hornhead, or I'll dehorn you where you stand. Hornhead? She doesn't waste any time coming up with the nicknames. What's with the attitude? Her father's the one who abducted Miss Faye. Hornhead!
Oh no.
What?
We still have the photo of Apollo's dad. It's still relevant.
Lord.
Oh no. Didn't I say at some point it could be Inga?
You did?
Oh boy.
Stop wasting time and explain what's going on now. And make it quick, or I'll yank those horns right off your head. How about we keep our hands to ourselves and I'll explain everything. Guess I better start talking.
Nah, let's just examine stuff. Let's look at these footprints over here.
This is not the time to be looking around. Not until Dirk gets back. If he comes back. Do my ears deceive me, or did I hear talk of my father abducting someone? Oh, you heard right. He abducted Maya Fey, and... Insolent fool! Pardon my rudeness. A gentle soul such as my father could not have possibly committed such a crime.
Gentle? Gentle?
Mind you, she only sees one side of him, right?
True. But...
She could be a huge daddy's girl.
Sure. Gentle? You think he's gentle?
I'm afraid it's true, your benevolence. He's hauled up in that tomb as we speak. I'm afraid it's true, your benevolence. He's hauled up in that tomb as we speak. Really, I find this difficult to believe.
Plot twist, Maya's not even in that building.
Why would he do such a thing? Your benevolence, you saw your father heading toward the tomb? I did. I was over on that veranda, deep in thought, when I saw him hurrying toward the tomb. I'd say it was about 10 minutes ago. Why was he rushing? Maybe he was worried he'd be late. Did you see anyone else heading for the tomb? I saw no one else after he entered. So Minister Inga and Miss Fair are the only ones there besides Dirk.
Aren't we just assuming Maya's in there?
Yep,
Like,
huge assumption.
who knows? But I wouldn't be surprised if he had a minion or two with him.
Dirk, sure hope he's alright.
Dude, we keep crushing her image of everything in her life.
Yep.
Like, her insights we proved wrong multiple times. We're painting her father as a bad person. Now all we have to do is take out her mother, right?
It's only been 5 minutes? It feels like an eternity.
Patience, Apollo. Patience.
Been almost 20 minutes. What's taking Dirk so long?
The appointed time has come. Our royal guard shall now storm in.
Can't you wait just a little longer?
No, we cannot. Every second we wait puts the hostage's life in danger, even more danger. Therefore, we see no alternative but to put our guards in the storm.
But that'll put Miss Faye's life in danger too. I don't think there's even any danger in the first place.
Guards! Storm the tomb and seize Minister Inga, along with the insurgent Dirk Mari. Yes,
Yes,
Your
Your
Eminence!
Eminence! What? Dirk's under arrest too?
Apollo, come on. Really?
He just stormed the Capitol.
Naturally, the traitorous snake assassinated my predecessor, Queen Amara. Now go, seize them both. Rah! We're going
in! Follow me, man!
men! For her eminence! Queen Uda Di Hara, good on!
Dihada, good on! I hope no one gets hurt. Your Eminence! What the? Why are they running back out? Are they both dead?
What is the meaning of this?
Something terrible has happened. Dirk, the minister. He's dead.
Uh-oh.
Both are dead?
What's this?
What?
Apollo, quick!
I'm right behind you.
No one enters without our... Come, let us see what has transpired.
Yes, Your Eminence. May 18th. Grand Palace. Amara's tomb.
If both are dead, Maya's 100% getting accused.
Yep. Where's Dirk?
Apollo, over there. Oh no.
Dirk! Dirk, what? What have you done?
Apollo. Look. So it is Minister Inga who has fallen. Guards, seize the murderous man at once.
Yes, Your Eminence. Surrender now or perish, rebel scum.
No, wait. Ah! Dirk. Is Dirk fighting them? What are these noises?
Dirk, they're taking him away. Ah! Dirk just threw something at me. Wait, is he telling me to keep it safe?
Oh, that's Maya.
Nick, is that you?
Maya! Are you alright?
Dirk, he saved me.
Okay, so we're gonna argue self-defense. That's probably our play here is self-defense.
Not unless the queen wants to get rid of 2 birds in 1 stone. I feel exhausted. I can't keep my eyes open.
Maya!
Minister Inga, the man behind Miss Faye's abduction, had been killed. And Dirk was arrested for his murder. So it was that abduction of Maya Faye came to a sudden and unexpected resolution. With this, the curtain fell on the minister, but things were far from over.
Oh boy.
I have a feeling she's exhausted because she was channeling.
Well, she's not always exhausted after channeling, though.
Apollo, what happened? I can't say for sure. But from what I can tell, it seems Dirk has killed Minister Inga. What? You think he did it to save Miss Faye?
Highly likely.
Most likely, but who knows? I'm really confused right now. My father, This cannot be! I must see for myself!
Your bananas!
We can't allow you to pass.
We can't allow you to pass.
Fool, stand aside! Forgive us, but we have direct orders from Her Eminence, Queen Garam. Father! Oh, Father! Dirk, you will pay for this!
Paula, let's go regroup somewhere.
Yeah. Dirk, it wasn't really you that did it, right? Are you okay, Apollo? Yeah.
Edgar's speaking with the local police. So let's sit tight until he returns.
Okay.
I know you must be in a state of shock right now, but I need you to stay with us, Apollo.
He's right. I can't go to pieces now. Thanks, Mr. Wright. I'll be fine.
Right. Mr. Justice, I'm afraid I have some bad news. It looks like things will only get more complicated from here.
Prosecutor Edgeworth, what's happening with Dirk?
As I understand it, he's been officially charged with the murder of Minister Inga.
He has?
However, I did manage to get us permission to investigate the crime scene. And I expect we'll be allowed to visit Mr. Sadmati shortly.
Thank you. I'm sure glad Prosecutor Edgeworth is here with us.
Also, it just so happens that Detective Sky is here in Kuran. What, wasn't she... How did she get here?
Convenient plot element. Check this guy.
What, wasn't she just in with us at that last trial? I don't remember. Was she a part of the last trial?
Yep, she was the introduction of it.
How did she get back here? Also, how long until Nayuta comes back? Because he's obviously got to show up again, right? So I've asked her to assist with our investigation.
What? What's she doing here?
It seems Prosecutor Sadmati has grown quite fond of her. He's been ferrying her all around the place. A few days here, a few days there. They've almost become a team of sorts.
Despite what Nayuta says, it seems you think highly of Emma's skills. So what now, Apollo? I think I'll go pay Turk a visit at the detention center.
Alright, I'm gonna go check on Maya at the hospital. What about you, Athena?
Well, if there's footwork to be done, I better stick with Apollo and give him a hand.
Very well, I will accompany Right.
Okay, we'll go our separate ways for now.
Alright, if anything comes up, you have my cell number.
Do you know your way around here, Apollo? It's been over 10 years since I left, but I'll try not to get us hopelessly. I think this investigation is going to be a really long one.
Well, I hope for our sake it's not.
Yeah, it will be long.
Apollo, here to see your old man, are you?
Dirk, are they done interrogating you?
Nope, the fun hasn't even started. I imagine they'll really rake me over the coals, though.
I don't even want to think about how harsh their interrogation method will be. Yeah, but that's nothing compared to what they'll do if they find him guilty.
They've branded me a terrorist who killed the previous queen, and now the justice minister. If found guilty of these crimes, I'll be facing a very public execution.
Public execution? This is worse than I thought.
Come on, son. Turn that frown upside down. You'll jinx us. As soon as I get out of here, I'll take you to that tasty hash house I know.
I'd like that. I really need to focus on what happened. Time to switch into work mode. Dirk, can you tell me what happened? Oh, and there's also something I want you to take a look at.
Yeah, you take a look at her badge. I'm proud of you, son. You've really become a fine lawyer.
Well, at least he means I'm qualified to defend you.
To think the day would come where you would come to my defense. I'm one lucky man. Now I can die in peace.
Not necessarily if he defends you. Your son would go too.
Dirk.
Whoa, slow down. I'm going to prove you innocent, so...
Just pulling your leg, son.
Even when he did the slammer, Dirk was Dirk.
I see you got it safely out of the tomb.
Why did you throw it at me like that?
Want you to listen carefully, son. The orb must not fall into Garan's hands. Not ever.
I thought Minister Ingo was the one who was after it. He was the one who led to the Professor Buff to study, after all. So haven't you exposed his crime now?
I have, but there's more connected to this relic than meets the eye. Much more. Whatever it is, I can't help feeling that it could turn this entire kingdom upside down.
You said something like that before. Looks like Dirk's intuition is at it again.
Grum will do anything to retrieve this. So guard it well, son. At least until tomorrow's trial. Until tomorrow's trial. It's the only remaining photo of your father. Take good care of it.
I will. I'm just surprised to see it after all these years.
I had a tough time tracking it down and retrieving it. It was taken by some European tourists who had just happened to be watching your father. I had one of my men go to Europe to look them up and ask whether we could have it.
You went through all that trouble?
I did, so don't go losing it or anything.
I said I'd take good care of it, didn't I? Dirk, what happened in there? You didn't really kill Minister Inga, did you?
Well, the thing is, I really don't know.
Huh?
I remember seeing the mural of the founder right as I entered the tomb. But I got all dizzy immediately after that. Inga set something up to knock him out, and then something else went on. The next thing I knew, I was standing there with a bloody knife in my hand. And covered in Inga's blood.
So you don't remember meeting with him?
No. The last thing I remember was entering the tomb and is feeling real dizzy.
There's no way he can explain what happened if he can't remember anything.
Yeah, they gotta give him amnesia, just so it's not super easy to solve everything. I suppose there's no getting out of this one.
But we can't give up yet.
I was just messing around with you, son.
Well, stop. It's not funny.
Sorry.
Sheesh, nothing seems to faze him, not even being arrested for murder.
This is going to be a tough case, Apollo. Not only have I been charged with Inga's murder, but I've also been charged with Amara's assassination from 23 years ago.
You're on trial for 2 charges.
Garan is practically licking her chops just at thinking about my public execution. Guess it means we can't afford to lose our heads, huh?
I don't know how you can laugh at a time like this.
So, son, I take it you'll be defending me at my trial. Apollo will, Athena will, Phoenix will.
And they'll all potentially die for it.
Yep.
Of course, you can count on me.
That's my boy. Looks like your nerves are as steely as the vocal cords of yours. After all, you've got the Defense Culpability Act to contend with too.
Oh, right. So if you're found guilty, then I'll be charged with the same double homicide, huh?
Don't tell me you forgot about that.
I'll be fine. I just have to make sure we win this one.
Apollo's already been beheaded by Trucy a few times for magic. It's fine. You sure? Because you don't sound very fine.
Apollo? What was that about an assassination 23 years ago?
So, hold on. Oh, we don't have Apollo in here. I forget how old Apollo is right now. I think he should be around the same age as Nayuta, right?
Yes.
So, yeah, so it happened when Apollo's like 2.
It's so weird to think Phoenix is 35. About that incident 23 years ago. That was when the previous queen, Amara, was assassinated, wasn't it?
Yes, someone set her private residence on fire. She lost her life in its ensuing blaze.
And you were arrested for the crime? Why would they arrest you, Mr. Sadmati? Weren't you just a lawyer back then? What relation could you have had with the Queen?
About that. Mara was, well, she was my wife. Huh?
Oh. He was the ex-king?
Huh? Didn't see that one coming.
Then what the fuck does that make Sadmati?
He's a prince. Oh boy. I may not look the part, but I was once husband to a queen. In short, I was royalty.
What? No way! Are you saying you won the heart of a reigning queen?
Come on, you're talking to a guy who honed his prowess against witnesses on the stand. Even a queen is no match for this dragon's glare.
Wow, you're really something else.
He really is.
So, was the verdict ever reached, Dirk?
I acted as my own attorney and won. Until I was accused of fabricating evidence, that is. That is when it all went south. So his case is the reason they enacted the DC Act.
Interesting.
So my guess is either Garan or Inga is the one that killed Amara. And then they want...
I think it's Garan. Definitely Garan.
Yeah, Garan has the strongest motive. So Garan kills Amara, tries to pin it on Dirk to get him out of the way, because with him still there, she can't take the slot of queen.
Yeah.
So we don't have an age on Amara, do we? Oh, wait, no, we should.
We should.
43. So she's roughly the same age as Dirk.
Yep.
So how old was the former queen? How old was Amara then? I would guess
Probably relatively the same age then.
Amara and Garan are sisters, is my guess. And it's gonna... Oh, the motive is just like Morgan and Misty. The older sister gets the queen. Garan was upset and killed the queen, so she would become queen.
Interesting.
I think that's the motive. Because, like, I don't know if they have to keep it with the female, like, because Dirk did have a son, and I'm guessing at this point, Nayuta is the son of Amara.
Yeah.
It's highly likely that's the case. So that, I don't know if they would make, like, Dirk, Nayuta could become king in that realm, because it has to be, like, it's all based around the female queen.
Mm-hmm. I think Queen Amara channeled the founder, and the current queen. What's her name again? One more, right?
Garan.
Queen Garan witnessed it in the same manner that Dirk witnessed it, and maybe there was some sort of altercation. Garan kills her and then covers it up via fire, and so this is kind of a parallel to what happened.
The problem is going to be figuring out who else was in Amara Temple when this happened. Oh boy. Because Garan was right in front of us, so it can't be Garan that killed Inga. Unless Garan set something up.
She could. She has complete knowledge of the estate and everything. Now, where have I heard a story like that before? What happened after that?
I made a run for it.
You ran, but why? Because he was gonna die.
I didn't kill Amara, and I didn't fabricate any evidence. But if I'd stuck around for my retrial, I'd have been found guilty for sure. I couldn't allow that to happen. Amar's true killer would never face justice if I did. So I left my law practice behind and went underground.
But that was 23 years ago. Are you telling me that after all these years, you still haven't discovered the truth?
Yeah. The fact that it was arson means that the crime was reduced to ashes. Crime scene was reduced to ashes. There's a little in the way of evidence. It's just been a brick wall after brick wall.
I guess that means it's all up to me to figure it out, huh?
Yep, all on us.
Theoretically, the only window you have is the Queen's old memory before she died, who she sees. Along with Minister Inga's murder, of course. I think I'm going to be sick.
So that means we could get 2 divination seances. We could get one for the Queen Amara, and then we get one for Inga.
Yep.
Come on, son. Don't look so down. With you on this case, it'll work out somehow. I'll be fine.
I hope he's right.
Say, son, do you remember my office?
Sure, if I remember that messy, dimly lit room.
The file I've amassed on Amar's assassination is kept there. I think it might help you on this case. Do you remember how to get there?
Let me think. I recall going through a manhole. How can I not, Dirk? I hated how I always got so dirty getting there. And that stench. That old case is important too, but I should probably focus on the minister's murder first. You need both.
I'm afraid your time is up.
Nayuta.
Oh, is Nayuta actually going to be the prosecutor? I can't see that happening, really.
Why would he prosecute his dad? But he could be demented enough to do it.
It's time for the prisoner's interrogation. So be gone, you putrid-headed criminal abetting lawyer.
Wait, don't tell me. You're the prosecuting attorney? What? But that would mean...
Is there a problem here?
You bet there is. He's your father.
And your point is? My relation to the accused is irrelevant. The facts remain. I am a prosecutor.
No, that's not what I don't think I'm getting through to him.
Nayuta, long time no see, son. How have you been? Shut up, Dad. You are going to answer my questions. I am not answering yours. Look, I hear you've been serving Garan. Rather faithfully, in fact. Whatever happened to our dream of taking her down and changing this country, son? The past is in the past. What do you mean? Why are you doing this? It's simple. People change. The Nayuta you knew no longer exists no more. Listen, son. I don't know what made you change like this. But you're still my boy, even if you prosecute my case. The rest of the Defiant Dragons and I eagerly await your return. Whenever you're ready, we'll welcome you back with open arms. Oh, he's clenching his fist. He feels bad about doing this.
Rip.
As I said, I've moved on. Now let us waste no more time, for flowers do not blossom simply by talk of the past.
Nayuta. But I get the feeling there's something he wants to say, but can't.
Guard, move the accused to the interrogation room.
Yes, sir. This way, you rebel scum.
Ow, watch it. Not so rough, will ya?
Nayuta. Is he seriously going to prosecute his own father?
Let's go to the tomb.
So, this is the tomb of Amara, the previous queen of Karai. It's really lavish. I guess you could say it's fit for a queen. Is the faceless woman in that mural there Amara? No, that's the Holy Mother. She's the one who brought spirit channeling to Karai. Alright, the woman in the orb.
Oh, it's you two. Getting right down to business, I see.
It's Emma. Hey, Emma. We heard you give us a hand if you needed it. Yep, Mr. Edgeworth asked me to help where I could.
What do you think Yuto would say if he found out she's helping us and not him?
Don't think he has a choice with Mr. Edgeworth doing it. So, it's been quite a while since you've been here, back in Karai, I hear. Yeah, more than 10 years, in fact. Well, you sure didn't waste any time. I mean, you're already mixed up in a murder. You're as big of a trouble magnet as Mr. Wright. Please don't say that. My luck's already bad enough as it is. Emma, I hear Prosecutor said Matty has requested your services again. He seems to have really taken a liking to you. You mean his ephemeral holiness? I don't mind that he approves of me and my abilities. It's just his people skills need some serious work. But when he manages to smile and compliments my work, it's hard to say no. Plus, working on investigations overseas is but flying back and forth between here and home every day with a few days with no day off. That's been tough, and the lack of sleep has been brutal on my skin. To make matters worse, the defendant in this case is someone I know. I mean, how could this get any worse? Snackoos. Sounds like they got one complicated prosecutor-detective relationship going on.
Now, didn't she just meet Dirk? Like, how could she have someone she knows when she's not really met him?
I think she probably meant Apollo, or Wright, you know.
No, she says
type
the
deal.
defendant in this case is someone I know. That is referring to Dirk.
Didn't she meet Dirk in the last trial?
She did, but like she doesn't really know him though. Like you can't say you know someone if you like just met them.
Emma, have you determined the cause of death? Blood loss from a stab wound. A single stab wound in the back was enough to cause the victim to bleed to death. The estimated time of death is 3 p.m., which is when Dirk came onto the scene.
So right when Dirk was supposed to be there.
That makes no sense. If he died right at 3, then shouldn't he be bleeding beforehand?
Technically, yes.
But I guess it's approximately. Any suspects besides Dirk? No, he, Maya, and the minister were the only ones here. And Maya had been tied up until she was freed by the Queen's Royal Guard. Could someone have been hiding somewhere in here? Not likely. I was told this tomb was searched from top to bottom right after the murder. And during that time, the Royal Guard set up a perimeter to prevent anyone from escaping.
Is there a hidden tunnel that we don't know about?
In other words, the crime scene was completely sealed off? It would appear so. No way for a third party to escape without being spotted, so...
See, also, if we would have just allowed the guards to just immediately go in after Inga, he might still be alive. Just saying.
Great, it's another one of those convoluted locker room mysteries. About the victim, Minister Inga. He was the kingdom's Minister of Justice, correct? Yes, Inga Karkul Karain was the second most powerful figure in Karain. Plus, he was married to the Queen. Seems strange that someone of his status would abduct someone. Apparently, he only told a few of his most loyal subordinates about his plan. That way, there was little chance of the police or even the Queen finding out. What was Inga hoping to gain by getting his hands on the orb? That, I don't know, but I'm working on it. What if it was really for what Paul Addison Wimberly said? A great power that is said to be bestowed on whoever solves the orb's secret. In Quran, only those who can channel spirits are said to be fit to rule. Was that why Inga wanted so much power? Did he want to be king?
I just had a thought cross my mind, and I don't like it.
What?
So, contrary to my theory that Apollo's father is Inga, what if Apollo's father is the one that killed Amara and Inga?
Well, we haven't confirmed the identity, so as far as I know, that's up in the air.
Like, that thought just came to my head. It's like, what if, like, Jove is still alive? He's the one that... Because remember that we were told Jove died in a fire, too.
Yeah.
Sound familiar? It's exactly how Amara died. Easily could do like a little body switch, make people think it's Jove's body. Jove is still alive. The even more insane plot is that Jove is someone we've met in Quran as Phoenix.
Could be. As to who... So, this is the tomb of the previous queen. Yes, Queen Amara was laid to rest here. She lost her life in an arsonist blaze. What a tragic end. I heard this tomb sits on the actual site of her residence before it was burned down.
I was thinking that. It's like, I wonder where this is, and I like internally, it's like, it's probably right in this spot. They just rebuilt this temple for her in the spot she died.
They built it on the same spot so her soul could rest in peace. So, this is where the fire happened, huh? Why do you think Minister Inga was holding Miss Faye captive here? It's a perfect spot if you think about it. It's close to his private quarters, which made it easy to keep an eye on his prisoner. And the courtyard is only open to the royal family, so he had little fear of prying eyes. Plus, the tomb is normally locked, and only the royal family is allowed access. So that's why he picked this place. How long had Miss Faye been held captive? About 6 days. That's a long time.
Wow.
Really, that long? It appears she was severely weakened by her prolonged confinement. She passed out as soon as she was freed, and now is on an IV drip at the hospital. She's been asleep ever since. Poor Miss Faye. I hope she gets better soon. Emma, do you mind if we start looking around? Sure, I've already got the okay. Knock yourselves out. Oh, And here.
Ooh.
It's a diagram the police drew of the tomb. Yeah, I was wondering about that.
Anything else we can note about this diagram? I mean, we got...
What are the two chairs, I guess? Where was Maya tied up, for all we know? Probably on one of the chairs, maybe. I thought I'd give you a copy to help your investigation along. Thank you. Oh, and let me know if you need my forensic expertise. Don't you dare keep the fun to yourselves, you hear? You don't need to worry about that. Besides, I'd hardly classify this as fun.
Okay, so Inga's dead on the other side of that.
We can't check that weird statue. That's the first thing that jumps out. Look, one of the statues is broken. Yeah, but it's kind of hard to see from here. Let's check it out when we get a little closer.
Okay, fine. It wants us to turn.
So, this is a borrowed sarcophagus. Let's take a closer look. Open it up. Hey, these curtains open, Apollo.
Keyhole.
That's one big sarcophagus. They say the mummy of Amara, her former queen, rests inside. A mummy, huh? Rats, it's locked. Hey, don't touch that. You mean we can't search inside it?
Apollo!
I wanted to. Not a chance. Besides, it's not something anyone would try opening anyway. What we're doing in the case of her, we should also get inside. What if the real killer's hiding inside? Hey, anyone in there? Don't do that, you're gonna get us cursed. Cursed? The queen likely bears a grudge toward the living after such a violent, painful death. So no one dares touch the sarcophagus for fear of incurring her wrath. Oh no, Apollo, what am I gonna do? Don't look at me. In any case, the sarcophagus is temperature controlled. It's kept really cold to preserve the mummy. So even if someone did decide to hide inside it, they would eventually freeze to death. I see. Still, if they bumped it up, I bet a person could hide in there for a little while.
There's that same emblem from the Founder's Orb. Doesn't look like anything else on that.
Looks like the Holy Mother was painted here to watch over Amara's sarcophagus. So it's like this tomb is protected by the Founder? That must be so reassuring to those she left behind. Only one problem, they didn't paint the eye she needs to do said watching. Come to think of it, she doesn't have a mouth to smile down her tomb with either. It's actually kind of creepy. I wonder if being watched over by something like that gives the queen nightmares. Hey, keep that up and the Founder just might come and watch over you too. It's full of ash. My guess would be this is an incense burner. Hey, look, Apollo. There's something in the ashes. Let's see what it is.
What the heck? That's one
Is
of
it a
Inga's.
key? Is it a key?
No, that's one of Inga's jewels.
Is that a gemstone? Wonder what it's doing here. Heh. I've got this one covered, Apollo. Would you like to hear my brilliant theory? Yes. Well, I guess it wouldn't do any harm. You know how people make wishes by throwing coins in a fountain, right? Well, you know, on second thought, I'm good.
Oh dear, Athena.
What? You sure you don't need to hear my theory? I was just about to get to the good part. Let's just ask Emma. That'll be much quicker. Excuse me, Emma. What's this gemstone doing here? Oh, that. It's not a gem, it's a button, albeit a very expensive one, from the victim's jacket.
So why is it in the ashes?
Must have fallen off and gotten there somehow. See, every puzzle has an answer, Athena.
I do have an idea how the culprit got out, assuming that it's someone we haven't seen yet. They were hiding around the doorway, waiting for everyone to barge in, and then that person is dressed as a guard and joins the group of guards, so they wouldn't notice.
That would fit with your Job theory.
Yeah, Jove is disguised as one of the guards.
Well, I thought my idea was pretty good. Wait, what's with the suit? See here on the gemstone. Hey, you're right.
Yeah, why is there soot there?
It's full of ash. They must burn incense in here. So I was wondering, Apollo, did the ash come from the incense sticks that were burned in this? Or do people put their incense in after there was already an ash in there to hold them up? Don't be silly, Athena. The answer is simple. The ash is a product of prayers of the countless visitors who came here. It's not a chicken or the egg kind of thing. Oh, that's an interesting take on it. It's so much more poetic than mine.
Don't look like anything else on that. Anything in the other one? Doesn't look like it.
Yep, same. I have a theory as to why it's there.
Okay. Blood on that.
Wow, it's covered in blood.
So the Inga must have been staying with his back to that, and Inga must have been stabbed in the back from under that. So that's where the killer was at the time, is my guess.
Agreed. With the blood spatter this large, it must have gotten all over the killer too. Come to think of it, there was blood on Dirk's clothes. The circumstantial evidence points to Dirk. Oh. That's what I conclude if I were a cop too. Why are things all... For Dirk being the killer, why are things always so bleak for me? Guess this is where Inga collapsed when he died. Better take a closer look. A gun.
Yeah, well, obviously Inga would have had a gun. He's most likely gonna try to kill Dirk.
I wonder if this is Inga's cell phone. It should be. His fingerprints are all over it. Do you know if he talked with anyone recently? There were a few calls logged in between him and his underlings. They're all members of the secret police who were directly under the minister's control. You mean like spies? I don't think that's quite it. So, this is the murder weapon. Emma, did you find any prints on it? Yep, and they were super clear. They belonged to one Dirk said buddy.
Of course they were Dirks.
That's not good. Were there any others? There was one more print from another individual,
Oh?
but it was too smudged to identify. It's probably an old print from someone else who had handled the knife. Oh. Yet another piece of unhelpful info to add to our ever-growing pile.
What? We're not gonna add the knife to the thing?
So the minister was armed, huh? Mm-hmm. That's a 4-shot pistol. He had it for self-defense, apparently. But it won't be firing anything anytime soon. Huh? He was carrying a broken gun around for show? No, we recovered a bullet here. Which means the gun probably broke as the minister fired his last round. Thing is, the gun's chambers are all empty. Yet that one bullet is the only bullet we could find. That's strange. Where did the other 3 go? Maybe Dirk ate them.
No.
We can ask the next time we see him. Just be ready for his predictably shocking answer. They've already taken the body away. Kind of sad how familiar I've become with body outlines. I have a photo of the body if you're interested.
Yep, 100% stabbed from under the thing. 100%.
He was stabbed right in the back. The poor guy was practically skewered. What's he wearing on his arms? Those are the cuffs of justice. Seems to be a tradition here for the Minister of Justice to wear those forearm cuffs. They look like they're made of thick fabric, so I guess they aren't for protection. Maybe they're for keeping his sleeves out of the way when handling documents. Yeah, that's probably their original purpose. But over the years, the reason for wearing them was probably forgotten. So now they're just one of many traditional things that people do without knowing why. Oh, I get it. Kind of like the way you roll up your sleeves, huh? Or your psychology. Go on there. I happen to know why I started. Thank you very much.